Arkanoid Do It Again for the Super Nintendo was one of the last releases on the console. It was released in Australia, UK, Japan, and America in 1997. It was developed and published by Taito, and it was the follow-up to the very popular and classic Arkanoid, which was released in the arcades. The game features 99 levels of Bat and Ball mayhem. The concept of the game is very simple: hit and destroy all the blocks in order to progress to the next stage. There are enemies that appear from the top of the screen, and they work their way down. They can be killed for extra points, and generally add to the experience of the game. Sometimes they can be a nuisance, however, and pressure you to make more accurate hits in order to defeat them quicker. Some enemies alter the ball's path, like these UFOs, who take the ball to another random location in the level, keeping you on your toes. You gain lives every 40,000 points. When you run out of lives, the game is kind enough to give you a password on the game over screen, so you can continue where you left off. The game also has 2-player capabilities to play against your friend. Arkanoid also works with the Super Nintendo mousepad for more accurate bat movement, which will help on the harder stages in the game. There are many power-ups to obtain, and they appear from destroyed blocks and come out as capsules you can collect with your paddle. They include one that splits your ball into 8 balls, which is fun, and others that help your defense. They can make your paddle bigger, which makes it easier to hit the ball, or add a layer of defense to make sure you don't lose a life. You can only have one power-up active at one time, so choosing whether to keep your power-up or switch to another one adds strategy, and it really depends on the level you're playing if you think it was better to switch or not. Be careful though, or if you miss your ball while trying to get a capsule, you'll lose a life. This is where a lot of players would carelessly lose lives. Without a doubt, my favourite power-up is the laser, as it destroys any block you want to be destroyed. In most cases, it is ideal for clearing whole boards, but in some levels it won't be as effective if undestroyable blocks are in your way. There is the rare B capsule that lets you pass through to the next level. This capsule rarely appears, but it is a nice surprise when you obtain it. Like most bat and ball games, there is a brief moment when you start a level or when you lose a life to line up your ball with where you want it to go. Use this to your advantage to get a good start on a level. The game features a few mini-bosses, which really vary the gameplay, and they make a change from the boards of standard blocks you will constantly face. They are the highlight of the game, as they are really a blast to play. After levels 33, 66 and 99, you will see cutscenes after beating the bosses. Level 33 cutscene and level 66 cutscene are exactly the same. Whether this is intentional or accidental is yet to be known. If you want to play Arkanoid, there are versions released on the Nintendo DS, WiiWare, and Xbox Live, and on mobile devices, so please check those out if you like these type of games. The Arkanoid series is a spiritual successor to Atari's popular Breakout series of games, and expands on its gameplay by adding power-ups and enemies. Breakout was written by Steve Wozniak, who worked with Steve Jobs to deliver a working game within 4 days to present to Atari. Atari offered Steve Jobs $700 to make Breakout, as he didn't know much about making games, but Atari thought he did. He asked Wozniak to develop it with him, as Wozniak was more skilled, and they were split the money. At the end of the 4 days, Atari paid $700 to Jobs, who split it with Wozniak, but Steve pocketed the bonus of $5,000 on his own, and didn't tell Wozniak until 10 years later. In an article with Game Informer, Wozniak said, "He did tell me that we would get paid $700, then he wrote me a check for $350, and he got paid thousands. So, whatever. But he should have told me differently because we were such close friends. The fun of doing it overrides anything like that. Who cares about money? Well, I do care about friendship and honesty." Thanks for watching this episode of A Bit Late. A lot of work goes into each episode. If you could like the video, it would mean a lot to the show. Thanks for watching, and check out these past episodes if you've missed any, and don't forget to subscribe.